Hi, I'm Dean Myers and I'm here in Las Vegas, Nevada for CES 2014. Every year there's something exciting that's announced at the show, so I'm going to take you down on the floor and show you new devices and new tools and new toys that will help you think better visually and do more interesting things with your life.
Welcome to the 2014 International CES. CES is the highlight of the year. It's it all. It has energy, excitement, ideas, new products, and even celebrities.
Lights, camera, action!
In this segment, I spoke with Doug Little from Wacom Technologies. Wacom is the maker of bamboo, Intuos, and Cintiq tablets, as well as pressure-sensitive pens and surfaces for other manufacturers.
We're here at CES to show our wide product line, our consumer products as well as our professional products. Wacom makes something for everybody, literally. From our bamboo styli for the iPad. We have a new Intuos Creative Stylus for the iPad as well that's totally pressure sensitive. We have our full tablet line, our new Intuos and Intuos Pro, and we're showing our Cintiq, which is our high-end interactive pen display, and we're even showing off our new Cintiq Companion line, which is an interactive pen display that's totally mobile. It's actually a real computer.
So tell me a little bit more about that.
Sure. We've developed the Cintiq Companion as a way for people to kind of make the world their studio. So now people aren't tied to their desk anymore. They can use a Cintiq pen while they're at a off-site meeting, whether they're on the train, on the airplane, whatever. Now they can be creative wherever they want to. And we have the Cintiq Companion and the Cintiq Companion Hybrid. The Companion Hybrid is an Android device. When it's used in a mobile setting, when you're at your desk, you could just connect it and it becomes like a regular Cintiq. And then we have the Windows 8 version. It comes in a 256 gigabyte and 512 gigabyte solid state drive. And it's just a really nice way to work. Very fluid, easy creative control, and very, very powerful as well.
Are these also Wi-Fi devices, 4G, or what other kinds of connectivity do they have besides plugging them into a standard box afterwards?
Yeah, they're totally wireless, so you can use them in any environment. Hence their mobility. And they're just like our regular Cintiq line, 2,048 levels of pressure in the pen, and just a very comfortable, natural, intuitive way to work.
I'm very familiar with the device, but you want to explain a little bit about the pen as opposed to, I think most people are very familiar with using the iPad, using your finger, but talk about the stylus or the pointer.
Sure. Our pens are based on electromagnetic resonance technology. So it's a technology that is based on a grid pattern, and it uses a light radio wave, if you will, to communicate with the pen. So we have no batteries in our pen. The actual tablet powers the pen and allows it to work in such a manner.
I wondered what the secret was, frankly, having used the devices for quite a while and saying, well, when does the battery run out on this pen? So where do you think this is going to go in technology? I mean, you have different sizes and you have different applications in different markets. Anything unusual you see coming down the pike? Is 4K, for instance, going to affect the sensitivity or the size of the tablets that you're going to produce?
That's a good question. I mean, Wacom will continue to make devices for a wide variety of people. The market is interesting, and we're doing a lot more on the OEM side. I'm sure you've seen Samsung, Toshiba, Fujitsu are all using Wacom pens on their devices now, and that's become very, very popular. So we're allowing people from all walks of life to be creative with a pen.
And what about partnering with software companies? Obviously, almost all the Adobe products have incorporated pressure sensitivity. The AutoCAD products from Autodesk incorporated. Are there others in particular that you work with to give specialized functionality?
Oh yeah, actually there are almost 100 or slightly more than 100 apps that recognize pressure. So you mentioned Adobe, all the Adobe products recognize pressure, so Illustrator, Adobe Photoshop, Autodesk, that's a huge software vendor partner of ours as well. Mudbox, Sketchbook Pro, all pressure-sensitive apps and used throughout a variety of industries, from industrial design all the way to animation. And then there's a variety of products as well. So Procreate, Art Rage, all of those are pressure sensitive. I mean, I can't name them all, obviously, because there's so many, but it's widespread.
Any thoughts about the educational market or other types of market we talked about? Obviously, visual stuff that makes sense, but I have the feeling that there's potential use in other places too.
Oh, sure. The education market is huge for Wacom. So not only are we seeing our interactive pen displays and pen tablets used in such classes as industrial design, animation, game development, illustration, photography, but we're also starting to see our devices used for note-taking, for teaching. So a professor in front of a classroom is using a Wacom interactive pen display to actually teach. They're facing the students, and it's a much easier way to teach instead of having your back turned towards the students and teaching that way. So we're seeing a lot of applications like that, absolutely.
What about how small can you go? I mean, how small a device do you think you're going to wind up making, or where it gets to the point where it's just not worth even thinking about something so small?
Well, we can go really small. I mean, we've developed tiny pens for really simple devices, even down to smartphone size. So Wacom can make pretty small pens. So that's not really an issue for us. So we've been doing that for a very long time. So it's really up to our imagination what we can do. I mean, that's what it's all about. Wacom is a fun company to work for. We do a lot of cool things for people, and we're just making the world a more creative place.
Well, that's a great thing. I do appreciate it. And I appreciate your time. Thanks for talking to me today.
All right, thanks a lot, Dean.
Thank
Good
you.
to see you again.